Hey guys, it's Matt89 here and welcome to another episode of Worth It. Today we're gonna be looking at Red Dead Redemption 2, a western themed, open world, action adventure game that came out last year. And before we get started, please don't go full fanboy on this game, cause I've seen some people say,
"This is the best game ever, 69 out of 10, cause it's fucking perfect."
Cause in my opinion, that's not true, but let's not go full hater either, cause some people say,
"This game is a piece of shit. Red Dead Redemption 2? More like horse riding simulation poo-poo."
Cause that's not true either. So instead, let's have a look at Red Dead Redemption 2's pros and cons and see if the game is still worth buying in 2019. So without further ado, let's get started with the graphics. For an open world game, the graphics are great. The environments look amazing, the light and effects are also great, but some faces don't look that good. Apart from that though, the game is beautiful. Oh, and by the way, the first part of this video is going to be dedicated to Red Dead Redemption 2, so story mode, aka single player, and on the second part we're going to be talking about Red Dead Online, so in a couple of minutes. So the graphics are great, but the frame rate drops big time in cities. I'm on the regular PS4 by the way, but even PS4 Pro and Xbox One X users experience shitty frame rate in towns, so keep that in mind. Moving on to the next thing I want to talk about, the attention to detail. Usually when you play a video game, actually on most games, when you want to pick up something, you just press the button and it magically appears in your inventory. That's not the case on Red Dead Redemption 2. There are animations for almost everything. And there's also a good gore system, which for me is amazing because, let's say it, I'm a sick fuck and I love gory shit. So you can dismember people, you can blow their heads off, you can do all kinds of crazy shit. And let's not forget about random encounters, because even though I finished the game like 6 or 7 months ago, I still remember the guy that I saved from alligators, I think. Then later on I found him in front of a store and he bought me a chocolate bar. So I really like the interactivity with NPCs. Even though the witness system is annoying, every time you commit a crime there's some fucking dude hiding in the bushes or something who fucking sees you and goes to report you to the sheriff. That's kinda annoying. Other than that, you gotta eat, you gotta clean your horse, you gotta shower. You also have to clean your guns, and Arthur's facial hair and hair grows every 5 in-game days I think. So the game's got tons of realistic features. But all this stuff makes the game slow paced. So if you're into western movies, cowboys and all that stuff, and you like realism in video games, you're gonna like the fact that the game is slow paced. But it's definitely not for people who are only into fast-paced games, and it's not for kids either. But that's kind of obvious because this is an 18+ game. Moving on to the next thing I want to talk about, which is also a con. In my opinion, the controls are very unresponsive. When I first played the game, I thought it was just my controller. And let me explain why. Because I'm kind of broke and I have a fucked up controller. So when the game was being unresponsive, I just assumed it was my controller. Turns out, the game's got the bad button mapping and it's also got some fucked up responsiveness. So on Red Dead Redemption 2 you have to hold down buttons instead of just pressing them, and you can accidentally choke people when you try to ride your horse. That being said, the game's got a great story. It's got some plot twists, people die, shit happens. Relax, by the way, I'm not gonna spoil anything. But the game's got multiple endings and very interesting characters that you're gonna remember a long time after you're done with the game. That's when it comes to Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, let's move on to Red Dead Online, and the first thing you're gonna notice when you play Red Dead Online is that the loading screens take an eternity. On the bright side though, you have many game modes, free roam, deathmatch, team deathmatch, horse races, some kind of capture the flag, and even a fucking battle royale mode. Now in my opinion, what Red Dead Online needs is roleplay servers, RP servers with admins and people that make sure everyone is playing properly, because without that, you're gonna get the toxic community. Because just like the GTA Online community, the Red Dead Online community is full of griefers and pieces of shit that try to ruin everyone's experience. And I don't know if it's due to the toxic community, probably not, but the game gets boring real quick. Maybe it's due to the empty world, maybe it's because you don't have that many things to do, but seriously, I got bored of Red Dead Online in just a couple of hours. Oh, and by the way, the game is grindy as fuck, because Rockstar makes some good single player games, but their online modes are always filled with microtransactions and some pay to win shit. Now let's finally move on to the verdict. If you're getting this game for Red Dead Online, then in my opinion, it's not worth it. But if you're getting it for its story mode and for some reason you waited this long, then only grab the game if it's currently on sale. If it's not, then wait until it's on sale and grab it for 40 bucks or something, because if it's selling for full price right now, 60 bucks, and you already waited this long, then you can wait a little longer and get it when it's on sale. Even though in my opinion, it's worth every penny. That's my humble opinion. Hope you find this video useful. Leave a like if you did, and let me know whether you agree or disagree with me in the comments section. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and check out my other videos, you might like them. It's been Hitman89. See you guys very soon. Because even though I finished the game like 6 or 7 months ago, I still remember. Fuck!
Too much on my mind right now. I'm on the grind right now.
The game's got a great story with tons of plot twists. Fuck!